I'm going to share a few links to recent news articles that we see happening in the world at this very moment that the Lord Jesus warned us about here in Matthew 24, Luke 21, and Mark 13. Here in Mark 24, starting in verse 3, now as he sat on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately, saying, tell us, when will these things be, and what will be the sign of your coming and of the end of the age? And Jesus answered and said to them, take heed that no one deceives you, for many will come in my name, saying, I am the Christ, and will deceive many. And you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there will be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in various places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. So let me stop there. So the beginning of sorrows is the first half of the 7-year tribulation. The second half is the Great Tribulation. So everything will intensify and increase just like labor pains until the culmination of the end times. Verse 9, then they will deliver you up to tribulation and kill you, and you will be hated by all nations for my name's sake. So the believers. And then many will be offended, will betray one another, and will hate one another. Then many false prophets will rise up and deceive many, and because lawlessness will abound, the love of many will grow cold. But he who endures to the end shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom will be preached in all the world as a witness to all the nations, and then the end will come. Therefore, when you see the abomination of desolation, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, standing in the holy place, whoever reads, let him understand. This is when the Antichrist goes in and proclaims himself to be worshipped as God. Then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains. Let him who is on the housetop not go down to take anything out of his house, and let him who is in the field not go back to get his clothes. But woe to those who are pregnant and to those who are nursing babies in those days. And pray that your flight may not be in winter or on the Sabbath, for then there will be great tribulation. This is so abomination of desolation occurs in the middle of the 7 years. And in Revelation 12, we see that God allows Satan to have reign for 42 months, which is the second half, which is referred to as the Great Tribulation. For then there will be great tribulation, such as not been since the beginning of the world until this time, no, nor ever shall be. And unless those days were shortened, no flesh would be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days will be shortened. Okay? So we see, building up to the midpoint, there will be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in various places. So what do we see going on in the news right now? Well, this is from February 18th, 4 months back, 2022. BG here, if you can't see the screen, it's a famous person, says that the C illness risks have dramatically reduced, but another pandemic is coming. And isn't that what our president just said on the news a few days ago? There'd be another one. Yeah. So obviously they're planning on it. And we know in the word, pestilences and disease are going to be here. Okay. Earthquakes. This is this is just a news article. My screen is blocked. NBC News. The date was October. This was from 2014. But this says worldwide surge in great earthquakes seen in the past 10 years. So since 2004 to 2014, they saw an uptick in these severe earthquakes. Here, just 6 days ago, June 22nd, 2022, there was a powerful earthquake in Afghanistan, eastern Afghanistan, kills more than 1,000 people. So that's a lot of people for an earthquake to kill. All right, here, this is from June 24th, 2022. So 4 days ago also, AP News, UN chief warns of catastrophe from global food. I can't speak right now. Sorry, I'm tired. UN chief warns of catastrophe from global food shortage. So they're giving out there is a real risk that multiple famines will be declared in 2022. He said in a video message to officials from dozens of rich and developing countries gathered in Berlin, and 2023 could be even worse. Heads up, people. Prepare for these hard times, okay? Then we saw 3 days ago, June 25th, 2022, Putin ally announces first city Russia will strike if WW3 starts. So in this short little article, they basically say that Putin declares that they would strike London. But you know what? That's what he says. But I think it's a ploy. I had the thought today when I saw the article about this. I think this was from today, from Washington Times. Let me look. 2 days ago, Sunday, June 26, 2022, the Washington Times. It says, sorry, as U.S. troops reach 100,000 in Europe, questions mount over endgame long-term effects. So, right after he said this, then there's this, then we, they're boosting their military troops over there, our military troops over there, probably to defend, London and other cities, and definitely the Ukraine and all that. So I think he said that just to divert attention. That's just my thought. To divert the attention to over in Europe so that they may strike somewhere over here. That's just my thought. Okay? But all right, they said London, and then we're sending all these troops over there now. So again, I just wanted to show how the news is, and what they're saying is showing us exactly what Christ said, 2,000 years ago, 2,000 plus years ago, to his followers. And we can see from that we are definitely in the end times. God bless.